Welcome to Memorial Stadium and the sea of red in the heartland of Lincoln, Nebraska. An uncommon place and home to an uncommon program with a championship pedigree. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, Damon Pollock and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Sooners will put total weather to crank us up. Out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll run it from the gun. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line. They pick up of 6. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested.
He's going for the big play. And that pass is caught at the 25. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. He's going to pass. Fires to the right. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
So much for the touchback. Here he comes. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Almost a disaster on that return. They jump on it, and they'll maintain possession.
Whew, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense? Getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
Buys a little time. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Trying to find his man on first down. Going for it all. Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Forced out of the pocket. He's run out of of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
It's so hard to defend these guys. You know, it's 1st and 10. Everything's available to you. You don't know if it's run or pass, and then you add in the scrambling element with the quarterback. He does a great job scrambling outside, getting outside the pocket, and then at the end of the play, not taking a hit, getting a first down.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that one. That was a huge point of emphasis for this coaching staff. And here early in this one, first quarter, they've now already given up 1.
Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
When it gets in long yardage situations defensively, you're thinking pass, pass, pass. How about the quarterback doing a great job? He wants to push it down the field, but he does a great job scrambling, chewing up chunks of yards, and now making this situation a lot more manageable.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Moving out of the pocket. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, that's just kind of frustrating for an offense. You move the ball all the way down the field. You got an opportunity on 3rd down, and you can't protect your quarterback. You get the sack, and now it's probably field goal time if you make a field goal.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. Wait a second, there's a flag on the field. Let's check that one out. The Sooners trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Here's the handoff. Smashes ahead. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. And he's got it. Touchdown Sooners. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a 2-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one.
And how about the bounce back for this QB? He's already got more passing yards right now than he had all last game. Nice job not getting down, not getting...
Oh, look out. There he goes. Inside the 30. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And the Huskers are moving quickly down the field. Going to the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me into the game.
Little touch pass to the receiver. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land play. Offense gets set for second down. Gonna run it. It's Seals. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. And that falls incomplete on 4th down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Offense getting set for 1st down. The give on the inside. On the move at the 30. And he's running in the open. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw, using the quick game. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the 1st down.
I'll tell you, you do not see a lot of big men with the ability to run like that defensive end did right there. The offense trying to trick him, trying to get the quarterback to the perimeter of the field, but just big man chasing down little man and getting to him quickly. That was impressive.
Pressure coming. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
We might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
I mean, the great news is he just came up with a huge completion on 3rd down, but the bad news is you're still miles away from picking up this first because of how poor you were 1st and 2nd down. Moving forward in this game, the offense has got to do a better job early in the drive to at least give them a chance to have some success.
And the attempt is no good. And here in the 2nd quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Taking it the other way. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Oklahoma. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Rice fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. They're trailing by just 2 to Houston. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He'll start this drive firing. Firing to the right, complete. Smashes through the tackle. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
The Cornhuskers want to pick up the tempo.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Got his man. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback checking the play. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Finds his man enough for the 1st. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Husker!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Now the play fake. He unleashes a long one. Makes the grab on the right. And he's brought down after a huge completion. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. They run the reverse. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
And you got to love this if you're the defensive coordinator because your defense stayed disciplined. They didn't over-pursue to the running back. They stayed home, played great with their eyes, and they were able to make the tackle.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. He's going to take off. Still on his feet at the 45. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
He does a really good job here. You want to get a huge play. You got to push the ball down the field. You need a bunch of yards. But wait a minute. Now he can just tuck it, scramble, go get you a bunch of yards.
Going for it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Got some room to run. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Can't hang on across the middle on first down, and maybe he was worried about the shot he was going to take. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Oh, how did he make that move? And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
He's looking for an open man on second down. They get to him as he throws. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. Oh, the attempt is no good. And here in the second quarter, we remain all knotted up. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Trying to beat the D deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Huskers will kick it away to start the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got it in the middle, it's Wood. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And that's just inexcusable if you're on defense there, man. Third and long, you've worked so hard to get to that point, right? To put yourself in position to come off the field, and you're going to allow a check down throw to the running back to go pick up that first? Man, that's going to drive this defensive coordinator crazy.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems.
Open runway ahead. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The give to the tailback. Touchdown Sooners! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. They'll try to add another to their lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
On second down, just keeps firing. Fires to the tight end. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. The Cornhuskers want to crank the tempo.
Well, this tight end can run these crossing patterns, and he can catch the ball against man coverage or zone coverage. That time, nice job seeing the ball in, helping his QB out.
Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. The play action fake. Got the big tight end on the corner route. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. Trying to run, it's Seals. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
The Huskers are stopped, but not before getting the first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
He's looking to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls into it.
Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to it. And that pass picked off. He's at the 50. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Toledo is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed brand of football there in the MAC, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 10 over Minnesota. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Touch pass on the right. All kinds of running room. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Quarterback checking off. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Holds it in. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. It is great to have a tight end that can do it all and one that can get downfield and make a play.
And I like matching and mixing and matching up the play fake on play action with this tight end because it just gives him a little more time to work his route down the field. Nice play call there by the coordinator.
Grab behind the line. It's Seals. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing the score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Pocket starts to collapse. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Makes his connection. Oh, he gave him a dead leg. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. That's the way you get things going. A huge play and now attacking from just inside the red zone. On the ground with the counter. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On second down, wants to throw. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. All the fake, he's going to throw it. Looking for the score. It's a fake. Shades of Little Giants. The Mad Hatter is loose, and it's a touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. The kickoff unit about to go to work. On the run from inside his own 5. And that's the end of the line for the return man, but still business to attend to. A penalty marker is down. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This offense is so deep, it's teetering on the edge of a safety. The run to the left. Finds a crease at the 20. Off he goes. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. They use the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Leaves it with the running back.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for room. It's Seals. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Keeps looking downfield. On the move at the 30. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a 1st down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
And that one is picked off in the end zone.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
Makes his man miss. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice
touchdown the punishment has been extended. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. And the extra point is good. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
And it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
And here comes the offense on second down. They'll leave it with him. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back. The next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, it was not a good day.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Lets it fly. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Seals. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Nebraska! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. He's got a chance to take this one back. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able